Welcome in. We are here with the second update in this Halloween Fest. We have a couple of surprise events that came our way. If you guys get 35 likes on this video, if you leave me 20 comments, I will make a review for how to go about these events, guys. Tell you what to grind for, different types of team compositions that may work in these things. But guys, let's get those engagement numbers up for your boy. So today we are going to go over the new characters that have been released and if it is worth you rolling or not. I look forward to this, guys, and I hope you are too. Karen, in my opinion, I know some of you guys were hyped for her. She's a bit of a letdown, but let's see if these characters change it up enough to be worth it. So guys, first and foremost, we have Gemini Zodiac Windis. This is not a Halloween thematic event. This is actually just the base of the summer Windis that we got before. Windis is one of my favorite characters in the game at the moment. Her hair is just awesome. That coloration, the pink to purple to blue in the middle of it, spot on, love it. Can't wait to break this one down. And the other ones we will be looking at, guys, is Totonaut Saint. Should you roll Totonaut Saint and Kibaki? Guys, we will break this down as well. In this video specifically, though, we will be looking at regular Windus. So let's take a look now. Not too much new on the info to tell you guys about Windus when it comes to this. You guys have already seen this character model in game quite a bit. This law version of her is probably the most interesting thing that we've seen out of this new change. Look at this. This is definitely very counter to her general branding. I love the hair, love the dress, crazy. But you already know she's a chaos wind form. And in this one, we are getting a law and a chaos version of her with the Gemini Idola Con. You know the deal. We will be breaking this down default law, chaos, all one at a time. So normal attack, she has a 7% chance to inflict fear. It's 3 random enemies, guys. That is actually very interesting. The randomness of auto attack is pretty awesome. At 50% power isn't that big of a deal. Normally that comes at an 80, but you're hitting 3 random, so it's technically an upgrade, and you got a 7% chance to inflict fear. You can increase this to about 11 or 12 with different in-game items. So a 12% chance to inflict fear to 3 different, it's about 36% chance that it happens at all. That's pretty solid for an auto attack. Like, that's really solid for an auto attack, actually. And then here, about the same thing again. You get 3 random enemies, buff self with alter ego 3 turns, and 7% chance to inflict fear. Again, guys, once again, we can get this up. The alter ego buff is something that I'm gonna have to look into here for just a second. All right, guys, I just spent a hot second looking up. It means that it doubles your attack, guys. Double attack and skills. So basically it's duplication. I didn't realize that is what it meant. So doubling your attack and skills for 3 turn is huge. So you definitely don't want to use this on turn 2 if you have it up to 4. Even though it is super tempting because you get this buff, you want to save this for your other skills. You want to make sure that you have the wind requirements to use other skills, this alter ego buff effectively. But basically it's the auto attack while applying this buff, and it is the fastest. So those are all pretty good. This could be a kill hit as well, given that it's the fastest for a low level unit that you don't want to burn a skill on. Very, very nice. And then her illuminating chorus, power of 100, hits all enemies, reduces enemy attack by 7%. That's pretty strong. We'll take that. Again, we're not doing a ton of damage. We have decent amount of utility here, but granted, if you do illuminating chorus after alter ego up, this goes to 200 or 256. So there's enough damage output there for it to be interesting. And reducing the enemy's attack by 7% for 3 turns, upwards to 12%, as I've mentioned before. That's pretty strong as well. Actually, I don't know if that percentage buff applies to this. It would apply to the rate at which it could affect it, and this is already guaranteed to affect it, so it wouldn't increase it from 7 to 12. I take that back. And then her Elemental Blast Geometria spells, hits all enemies, 20% chance to inflict fear, decreases resistance to negative status effects by 10% for 3 turns, and it does 290. Wow, okay, so 290 to all enemies is actually really strong, especially under alter ego. This will hit like a tank, guys. This is really strong for a default. This is one of the strongest default in the game, it looks like. It being a 9 instead of a 10 is also a big deal. You could rush her with like Popo if you wanted to. You have plenty of options when it comes to stacking your default Windus here. You could even stack it with Summer Windus if you wanted to. There's a lot to look here. Now let's look at the normal attacks. Stun Bullet hit 3. So this Stun Bullet's the exact same. Alter Ego is the exact same as well, guys. Down here in Illuminated Sympathies, where we get the first chain, reduces enemies attack by 15% for 3 turns and reduces enemies defense by 15% for 3 turns. It hits all enemies for 112, 144 times 2 under Alter Ego. That's pretty significant damage to all enemies while getting this defense. And if it applies this defensive buff before the damage calculates through, you could actually be looking to increase this number again. There would take a little bit of experimentation to know if that's true or not, guys, so take that with a grain of salt for just a moment, but it's worth a thought. If anybody knows the answer to that, leave it in the comments below. Elemental Blast, guys. Crystal Clutter. 300 power to all enemies, 9 elemental value, increased damage by 4% per ally in battle, very strong, especially under duplication, increases ally defense by 10% for 3 turns. Wow, also very strong at 300 times 2, 600 plus 4% for each in battle, so upwards to 6 times 4, maybe even 28%, guys, if her Alter Ego creates a duplicate, which I don't think it does. I don't have her in game quite yet to know. So anywhere between 24 and 28% extra damage on 300 that has a 200 spike to it from her Alter Ego effect up here. It'll be interesting to see calculation wise if the 4% hits in before or after the 200% up there. But either way, multipliers are multipliers. Normal attacks, Stun Bullets, the exact same on the Chaos form for the auto attack. Again, we're seeing no changes in the auto attack, which is good. You can get what you get here. It looks like Alter Ego is the same on A2 again as well. Generally, that's interesting because for these units, they generally will keep the default of one skill for each the A2 and the A3, depending on which version it is. Generally, it seems like Law's A2 is different from the defaults and Chaos A3 is different, but both of these have the exact same A2 and A1. So let's look at the changes in Resonance Arc. Look at the changes here at Resonance Arc. All enemies 125 times 2, so 250, but 125 by itself isn't that interesting. Reduces enemy attack by 15%. Okay, when in Alter Ego mode, the number of hits increases by 1. Number of hits. Does it do double damage again? So you can get triple damage? Wait, if it does double damage again, that's 4 times the damage output on your Alter Ego? Is that what it's saying, guys? If someone has her and can confirm one way or the other in the comments, please let us know, because if it is 4 times the damage multiplier for this, 600% to all enemies for an A3, that is the most broken thing this game has so far, hands down. Hands down the most broken thing this game has so far. That is an EB, and you get to retain all of your value cost at 6. Crazy. Someone please let me know that. I can't be thinking about that right? Elemental Blast, Demonish Howl, 20% chance to inflict fear to all enemies at 330 times 2 is 660. An immense amount of damage for an Elemental Blast. I'm here for it. Decreases resistance to negative status effects by 20%. Okay. We're here for that too. That's pretty good, especially if you're stacking with something like a Hellfire from your Rosalind. That could be very, very strong. And removes enemies buffs, also very strong, especially if they're running like a Nadia. Again, we need to know if it removes the buffs prior to the damage calculating or after, but we take this either way. This is a really strong EB. Between the Chaos and the Law, guys, though, So the Law version of her is definitely more of a utility carry. She can both increase and decrease attacks of both sides of the team while doing a decent amount of damage. So if you're running a more utility style composition on your attack side and you have a primary carry, she could be very interesting from that perspective. But your Chaos side, guys, this Chaos form of Windus is doing insane amounts of damage. I can understand why you would run a Law Windus in some compositions, but in terms of sheer power, guys, Chaos Windus already seems, without any testing whatsoever, my point, to be top class in this game. She seems to be a must-have DPS at the moment. Pairing her with Summer Windus and Jasper is insane. Running a full wind composition of Windus, Summer Windus, Jasper, and Popo on the Chaos side is absolutely devastating. I don't even have to test it. I just know. If you could probably take out full fire comps with that type of composition, because that damage output and the mana regen is insane. Guys, I'm excited for Windus. I will be rolling for Windus today. This is a must-have in my opinion. I cannot wait to stack the two on top of each other. And we will see just how this goes from here on out, guys. This is exciting. Great unit here for us. So guys, is Windus a must roll? In my opinion, yes. All 13,000 of these crystals will be going to getting 2 types of Windus if physically possible for me. And I can't wait to see it happen, guys. It's going to happen. I'm saying it in advance. I am speaking it into existence. Guys, stay tuned. Next video, we will be going over this lolly right here and her new friend Kabaki. So if that interests you, stick around, guys. Be sure to like, subscribe. Please leave me some comments. All of your engagement helps not only me, but all of Idola content creators. Let's get this game trending on YouTube. Let's see what we can do about it, guys. I'm 200 away from 1,000, and at that point I can monetize you. Oh buddy, and then that means I can do more giveaways. Ooh, I can't wait till I can take your personal information and sell it to some advertisers, guys. Ooh-wee. I already know 98% of y'all are male, and you're probably over the age of 25. I know these things. YouTube tells me. I can't wait to tell other people these things, because that'll get me paid. For real, I hate that type of stuff, but money's money, guys. Money's money. All right, guys, look forward to doing this one here in just a bit. Take care.